in front of me, so I don't have anything. I don't have it yet, which it doesn't really matter. That was obviously a frustrating end of the game. I mean, that was I thought a really good football game in the first half and early into the third quarter, and then I just thought we gave it away. Not to take anything away from them, they're a really good team. Coach Franklin was doing a great job, but just disappointed. I mean, the things that have plagued us on offense continue to plague us: penalties, turnovers, just not turnovers that we want. So there were some bright spots. I thought the defense just played with tremendous heart and passion, and other than a couple unsportsmanlike conducts at the end of the first half, really was 3 points in the first half. And really in the second half, we put them in a lot of bad positions. They went out there, they held them to field goals, they blocked the field goal, and kept us in the game. I thought special teams-wise, we blocked the field goal. We obviously missed one, but our punting game was good. Starzyk did a great job. And I thought Jalen Fitzpatrick was a real, just to play on with that ankle that he had. I mean, you could see he couldn't run any cuts, but to run by them twice, really proud of him. So, it's just unfortunately kind of where we are right now that we couldn't make them earn everything. We just kind of threw the ball to them, and they made the plays that we didn't make. So credit to them, and we'll just continue to work. So I don't see if you guys have any questions.
Do you take out the 75-yard touchdown and some of the plays towards the end of the game there? You guys weren't able to move the ball. What do you think the biggest problems on the offensive end was? On the offensive end? Yeah,
I mean, just the same things. I mean, in the first half, we don't drop some balls. We probably keep drives moving. I mean, and I don't want to just take away the 75-yard touchdown because that's how people are playing. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm saying that's how people are playing us. They're kind of just sitting all over us. So to have a big play threat like that from Jalen, and he had two of them. He had to fade down the sideline on the first drive. That's really what we've needed. But we're just we're not really running the football yet the way we want. That's a good run defense there, and we couldn't convert on third down. And not only could we not convert on third down, we threw picks on third down. I think it was 2 pick sixes basically. I mean, the ball might have been at the 2, but really 2 pick sixes. So you can't win when you do that.
Matt, what did you see from PJ in that third quarter? What was he saying up there?
I just think without knowing, the one. The tight end went the wrong way on the first touchdown. The first pick six that we threw, really, it was the same play that we threw a touchdown to Jalen on. So, it was there. The tight end went the wrong way, and PJ got out there instead of just doing what he did later, because you could see how when he just tucks the ball and runs. He's hard to tackle. He's such a dynamic threat, but he's got to do that, and he just made a decision to throw the football, and that's it's time for him to stop doing that now. I love him, and he's going to be a heck of a player, but he's got to stop doing that. And as I said to him out there, these are the moments that make you as a quarterback, man. You can't just keep throwing the ball up and throwing picks, and that's got to stop. And whose fault is that? That's my fault, man. I'm telling you, that's why I'm the one saying it to him. I'm responsible for that. I wanted to come here today and play Temple football and play our brand. We played our brand for the first half. We played Temple football on defense the whole game. I thought, other than a couple things, but that's not Temple football. Just throwing the ball.
Can a game like this help or hinder his progress?
It better help it. You know what I mean? At some point, we've got to say enough's enough. As I said to them, I said the way you come to Beaver Stadium and win is you don't let the noise affect you. You don't make it a bigger game than it is. You just go play football. And we played football. And then all of a sudden, once we started doing the things that you see teams do, you just start throwing the ball up, getting penalties, that's why you lose. I could live with it if they just came out and just ran by us or we couldn't stop the run. But, just to go out there and do those silly things, it's not how we want to play.
Matt, following the Tyler Minikevich interception, you guys settled for 3. Just what went wrong from the offensive side? You guys take over inside the 20. You got to capitalize there.
Yeah, we had 3rd and 1, and we called just a routine, power play, and one guy thought it was this, I thought it was that. So our communication today wasn't what it needs to be in that noise. You're down in that student section. It's loud. Everyone needs to be on the same page. And there was a lot of that today. There was a lot of times on offense where it was just, I thought this, I thought that, as opposed to everyone working together. So, again, whose fault is that? That is my fault. I'm taking this one harder on myself because, as I said, if we just couldn't block them, I could live with that. But just to turn a guy loose on 3rd and 1, that goes to me. And so, we'll just have to fight through it. I thought, it was bad. Austin came back out and made a field goal after he missed one, but we had more than our chances.
Was there a thought at all to go for it there?
Really, that's why we ran the ball there. It was like 3rd and inches, and I said we're going to run it 2 times. But we turn a guy loose. He hits us in the backfield. Now it's 4th and 2, and in a 6-3 at the time. So we tied the game up. So I'm always looking to go for it on 4th down if we can just get it close enough. But we didn't.
Now you guys have struggled to get the run game going all year, and you're dealing with some injuries on the O-line. Is that more a product
is it on the running backs to find those holes and exploit them?
I think a lot of our issues are just, getting it blocked right now, on the offensive line. I think we have backs that are productive, but and they blitz pretty much every play. They make you have to try to throw the football. That's why when we did move the ball, at times we were moving it kind of in the air, and really they're the number one rush defense in the country for a reason. And because they just line up and pressure, they don't line up and play base defense. They pressure you and they force you to kind of make those plays on the perimeter. But we're just not blocking the way we need to.
Matt, you guys have a lot of trouble on third down. What's going wrong there over the year?
Just, I'd say, blocking, getting open versus man coverage, the third downs that we're in, but even that 1-3rd one, it was all down the distances today. So, we had some pressure. PJ got hit on a bunch of those, and then just having an opportunity to win versus man-to-man coverage. They did a good job of covering us. And then, we had something we dropped, right? There's some completions there. Even the last 4th down, come out of the break and the kid falls down. God love him, but we have to get open, catch the football, and do those things. It's not a real, I keep trying to tell these guys, it's not a real complicated game. You're open, just don't slip. Get your feet in the ground, turn around, catch the football, fall down, and you'll win these games, And so, we'll get to the point where we win these games. It's one of those things where they still don't believe me yet how to win these games. I'm telling them. I'll tell you, I'm like a prophet, a preacher. Like I'm in there like, not just me, but all of our coaches, and we don't believe us yet. They'll believe us, okay, but you don't win these games by jumping over, trying to block a field goal when you're not supposed to. That's not how you win these games. You win these games by playing good, clean, tough football, right? And our defense is starting to understand that, right? You see the defense, but they just play good football. And offensively, we're just not there yet. We'll get there.
What's the message now? You get an open week and 2 more American games. You get a chance to one of those wins, you get the ball. What's the message going forward?
It's twofold. It's what I just said. You can tell I'm passionate about it. It's like, hey, once we stop beating ourselves, then we'll win the games like this. And the second one is just, hey, we stay together. We came here to play, 13 games this year. We want to win every game we can. And so we have 2 opportunities left in a bowl game. So that's what has to happen. And that's the overall goal. And then how do you do it? You do it by not doing what we did in the second half, by not throwing the ball to the other team and getting penalties, but by doing exactly what you're trained to do. And if the other team's better, they're better. We can live with that. But by not doing silly penalties.
Matt, a lot of drop passes from the receivers recently. Is that a mental fix? Is that a physical? A lot of drop passes from the receivers.
It's baffling right now because we have good receivers that can catch the football, but they're just not catching it right now. And so, I can't tell you how hard we're working at it, and until we correct that, though, we're gonna have a hard time. So we have to catch the football.
Was there any thought of pulling PJ?
I don't think so. I just think he's what we needed. When he was good out there, I thought he was really good running the football, making plays. So, I think you have to allow him to play through all this. It stinks, but there's a lot of us. There's coaches, players, everybody that aren't doing what we need to do. At the level we want right now. So we have to just play through it, right? When I walk in there and talk to that team, I love Anthony Rogan, I love Kenny Harper and Wanemi Musso and Mark Tyson. And I feel like I'm forgetting one, and Jalen, right? I love those five seniors, but they're the only ones there, right? We're going to play this team again in 4 games. So, as I said to those guys, I said to our guys, right, that's an outstanding team. They're going to a bowl game now. But for all of our young guys, they need to learn from these. These need to hurt. They need to learn from these. And when I say they, it's really all of us. I need to learn from these too. So, all of us as a team, we have to learn from them. We have to suffer through them.
How would you assess the play of offensive line today?
I had to see the tape, but I think the quarterback got hit way too many times, way too many false starts, penalties, holdings, to say that was any good right now. So we have, we'll look at the tape. I'm sure some guys played really well, and go from there.
Coach, you don't get the result that you wanted.
I don't mind answering. These guys, they came all the way.
You obviously don't get the result that you wanted, but you grew up here and played here. What were some of the emotions of walking out into the tunnel to be a head coach here for the first time?
I didn't really. I wasn't really. There's a lot of good people here that I know. And I really appreciated all the the Penn State people that were congratulating and welcoming to to me personally and to my son and all that. Coach Franklin and his staff were great, which I really appreciate. I had the good fortune. Everybody knows I wasn't a great player. Players were asking for my highlights. I was making things up. There weren't. But I was affected and greatly influenced by Coach Paterno as a coach, and that's why I'm disappointed right now, is because he taught us how to play the game the right way, right? And so I talk to Coach Harden every week at Temple, who's another mentor of mine. It's the same thing, right? It's like you play good, clean, tough football. I mean, it's not about dancing. It's about how you play. And for us to do that in the second half bothered me. But you know, I thought it was nice for me to see all those nice people, and I was, you know, hopefully, you know, representing the people that trained me in coaching the right way.
How important is it, Matt, to finish strong these last 2 weeks, and you know, in the whole evolution of the program, these last 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, we have to. I mean, you know, like I said, this team's coming back. It's not like this team's like a bunch of seniors, you know. I mean, so they have to get better. And you know, we played 2 really good teams. I just sat there and watched Cincinnati last night. They scored 54 points. I mean, that's an outstanding team. They were first. They were picked to finish first in the conference, and they might. I don't know what the standings are. So to go play a team that's as good as Cincinnati, that's really, really important for us to play well at home, and then to go on the road and play a 2A team that beat Houston last week. That would be really important. So we have a week to kind of get our bodies healed. We have a lot of guys banged up. You know, Pratt came out, Kenny came out, and then we'll hopefully get ourselves ready to go play those 2 games.
Coach, you kind of said it a little bit, but can you talk about the rivalry between the 2 schools, the history between the 2 schools a little bit?
Yeah, I don't really, you know, I don't really know enough about that. I know that, you know, I just really know about today, you know what I mean, in my time here. But, you know, today I thought it was a really good football game, you know, early. And I was disappointed it didn't finish that way. And I know we're going to play them again in 4 games, so, you know, we better learn from it.
Matt, is there anything specifically you said to PJ after the way he struggled in the second half today?
I said, you know, I'm just trying to think. I said a lot of things, you know, I just challenged him. So, you know, this is what you have to make it go one way or the other here, right? And that's what my challenge this whole week is to go one way or the other. You know, it's time to stop doing those plays. Now it's time, right? We probably said that before, but this time, you know, and it's not just him. I want to make that clear. I mean, he's getting hit. You know, it's time for all of us, right? You can't, you know, there's no, I went the, you know, you see guys going the wrong way and stuff. I mean, they had a good game plan, and they were ready for it. They just have to execute it. Okay, thank you guys.